that particular series of affairs was the most incredibly hurtful. To even think about it, when they said that the 5 mortuaries that we'd prepared at the start of the war, because it was estimated that that possibly would be the loss, and of course it wasn't. We were having to bury thousands, so the mortuaries were filled. So the council decided that they would have to have a mass grave situation. So about a half a mile from my house were glorious park areas. So they were excavated to be ready for any bodies that were going to be deposited there. And eventually, there were periods in the day when you would walk there and the trucks would be delivering the bodies. And one particular day, the bodies were already in there, hundreds and hundreds of those bodies. And the families and the people who wanted to witness the blessing of that area, the ministers were there, crowds of people came, almost everybody brought flowers. And there's footage right now, and I think you see it on the movie that you're going to have. Everybody is dressed with flowers, crowds and crowds of our human people, and people sobbing, and you can see the bodies. And of course, plastic wasn't out there, but somehow or another they managed to cover some of the bodies, and there were hundreds in there. And of course, they were open for days and days and days. So when we went by, the reminder was, it's one of the, I saw them doing the same thing in the Ukraine the past couple of days. And they were just throwing the bodies in there. I actually cried yesterday because I saw one young girl's body thrown into that ditch by the leg, by the arm, and he just threw her in there like that. It was nothing like that in Coventry. Those people crowded to be there to bless those bodies. And now it's the most incredibly beautiful memorial garden. It's magnificent. The lawns are beautifully kept. It's a hallowed area. And I'm just so pleased that people were buried in such a good fashion. Yeah.